Yeah.
Hi guys, so today we're going to be looking at the K&N Recharge Kit, which is an air filter cleaner and oiling set. So we'll pop it out of the box and we'll see what you get included. Okay, so in the box you're going to get two bottles. One is a K&N Power Clean Air Filter Cleaner, and that is 355 mils or 12 ounces, and that is a spray top. So that's the first thing that you're going to use when you clean your filter. The second thing that you get is your air filter oil, and this is 8 ounces or 237 mil, and that's what you're going to use after you've cleaned it. So I'm not going to go too much into how to remove the air filter because they are all different, but mine has got a bolt here, a bolt here, a bolt here and a bolt there. It's either 7 or 8 millis. But yours might be clip on, it might be screwed in, it might be bolted in. They are, like I say, they're all different, so I'm not going to go into too much detail on how to actually remove it. Okay, so this is the filter. As you can see, it is extremely dirty. That's all meant to be red, so all that black is meant to be red. It's the same inside. I don't know if you can see, but in the cone, see if I can focus on there, really dirty. So what you want to do is you want to get your, just move the camera, you want to get your cleaner and you want to give it, or I should mention as well, off camera I gave it a hoover, so I got the hoover in and tried to clean it out as best I could to get all the little bits of grime out of the grooves, and then just sort of give it a good tap to get as much out as you can. So it doesn't matter whether you've got this kind of filter or whether you've got a cone or whether you've got a panel filter, it's the same cleaning process for all of them. So just make sure you've given it a good coat everywhere. And you want to let that sit for about 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, you move on to the next step. So you want to give it a good coat everywhere. Make sure that you get every little piece of the filter cleaned. So that'll do it. And you can see all of the gunk and stuff already running out into the little pool down there. You want to let it sit for about 10 minutes. You don't want it to sit for any longer than that because you don't want the cleaner to dry in the filter. So 10 minutes is what K&N recommend. Okay, so once that's been sitting for about 10 minutes, you want to get your filter. You want to get a water source. Now you don't want to use anything too powerful. You're meant to use like a garden hose on a weak setting or whatever, or you can do it under the tap, whichever way you want to do it. But you always rinse it from the clean side. So on this, the clean side for me is the inside. If you've got a panel filter, it's the filter that doesn't suck the air in, if that makes sense. And then you just want to maybe need a bit more power than that. So make sure you give it a good rinse all the way around. So once you've given it a good rinse, this is what you're looking for. You're looking for kind of a consistent colour, whether it's a sort of a light grey, whitey colour or a really light off pink. You're just looking for a consistent colour because that just means that the filter's clean. Now, what is recommended by K&N is that you let the filter dry naturally. You don't put it on a heat source, you don't use any sort of air blowers, you don't use any sort of heat sources, you just let the filter dry naturally. Once it's dry naturally, we'll move on to the final step. Apologies if the audio was a bit bad in the last part of the video. It was outside and it was quite windy today. So moving on to the final part of the cleaning process, we're now going to use the air filter oil that comes in your kit. Now, when you buy your K9 cleaning kit, or if you buy the oil separately, you can get it in two different formats. You can get this one, which is a squeeze top bottle, and you can also get an aerosol spray. Now, personally, I do prefer the aerosol spray because it's a lot easier to apply and you tend to get a better coverage. Unfortunately, this was the only one that was available when I bought this. So what you want to do is get your oil, and you're going to want to put a nice coat. You're going to want to put a nice even coat all the way down, or as even as you possibly can. So you can see that that is now going back to the original colour. So this is what colour a K9 air filter is meant to be. So on a filter like this, if you start at the top, kind of go about halfway down, and it'll just start to run down, and then you can flip the filter over and do the other side. So something that I do find tends to work quite well, especially with these filters and the cone filters. If you lie it down like this and put sort of a, you know, a messy coat on, and then you just get a microfiber, you can rub it in, and that normally gives you sort of a better coverage. Like I say, the aerosols are a lot easier to use, but these ones you can get more in and you can get a better coverage. It just takes longer. So this process will take a lot longer than the aerosol, but you'll see when it's done the result. I've tried to dull the light a little bit because it's kind of given a false view. It looked quite patchy on there, but in real life it is all sort of this colour, the red. You can kind of see it when you move it, it shows different shades and stuff. So that is what it looks like after it's been done. So something else I do like to use, and if you've got a cone filter or one of these round filters, you might want to get yourself one of these because it just helps you sort of get it in all the grooves. So once you're done, wipe off all your excess, clean up, stick it back in the car, and that is as easy as that. So I hope you found this video useful. It's not the greatest video, but you know, it is something that I hope people will find useful when you do come to clean your filters. So you can get filter cleaning kits from other companies. You can get a pipe across one, which I've used before, which I didn't really find as good as the K9 one, but it is personal preference as well as how you clean it. I use the cloth and the brush to put the oil on. Some people might do it a different way. Find your own way, find the way that works. You should really look at your filter once a year when the car is due for a service. Obviously a garage wouldn't do this kind of clean on it, so you'll have to do it yourself. They do say that once it's been cleaned and treated, it is good for another 50,000 miles, but I don't really believe that. I like to do mine every year. Like I said, hope you found the video useful, and if you would like and subscribe, that would really be appreciated. If you didn't like the video, give it a thumbs down. If you did like the video, give it a thumbs up. Thanks for watching.
Yeah.